To think, the Volkswagen Beetle has been around since 1938. In fact, the Beetle is one of the most popular cars ever made, with close to 22 million sold worldwide, many of which live on to this day, some, would you believe it, as vintage rally cars. The VW Beetle is then, quite literally, one of the most iconic cars of all time.
I want to reiterate something you may have missed, what with the rallying bug and all. 22 million Beetles have been sold globally, 350,000 of which are convertibles.
This is the 2017 Volkswagen Beetle Dune Convertible. Dune meaning it's raised, more rugged, and models itself on the spirit of the glorious Baja bugs of old.
I know it is very gold, and it's not particularly quick. In fact, it'll lap a racetrack at a speed similar to that of an overweight snail, and that's because it has just 170 horsepower from its 1.8 litre turbocharged four-cylinder. The turbo doesn't do much until you hit 4,000 RPM, at which time the 6,200 RPM red line is fast approaching. But speed isn't what this car is about. It's about putting a smile on your face, much like those kitten videos you see on the internet. You know, the ones from Facebook where the little kitty falls off a chair or runs straight into a glass door. It's hilarious.
As is the Beetle, but don't mistake it for a German attempt at a joke. The Beetle has a sense of humour, sure, but it has a serious side as well.
The steering is very precise, something VW does well. And the handling is balanced with all the poise and composure you'd expect, despite this car being a little lifted. That character, that quirky character that we saw sliding around the desert, it still lives on in this car, sort of. I quite like it. It's not especially practical though. In fact, it's very unpractical. Take this regular-sized pumpkin, for example. As a car for Halloween, well, it's useless. Pumpkin aside, the Beetle is a comfortable place to drive. The infotainment system may not be class-leading, and the interior perhaps a little bit jarring, and the sun visors feel like they're made of industrial-grade toilet paper. But I do have a lovely Finneran steering wheel, and the stitching is very nice. But most importantly, I have access to 90 million miles of sunshine.
So who is this car for?
The buyer of a Beetle Dune Convertible is the type of person you'd like to go on a hike with. But this won't be a boring hike you take with your grandpa, for example. This will be the type of hike where you find a mountain face and climb it and then dare each other to jump off, just because you can. This car is for the adventurer, it's for the free souls. But be aware, this car might not be ideal when the road gets a bit rocky. It doesn't feel very graceful, and I may have lost a filling or two. And to be honest, it looked a little bit cooler in the vintage footage. This isn't going so well.
Truth be told, it doesn't have to, and despite the evocative footage of old Beetles racing through gravel, I'm not actually sure they were particularly good at it either. The Beetle Dune Convertible lives to put a smile on your face, and with a starting price of $29,395 and a motor that doesn't guzzle fuel, it does just that. And anyway, it's only Halloween once a year. Oh no.